The content you're about to hear is a part of a paid programming segment. The views, opinions, and statements expressed belong solely to the sponsor and do not reflect those of Podcastic or its host. This segment is for informational and promotional purposes only and should not be considered as advice or endorsement. Listener discretion is advised.
Check. 1, 2 for the mind state. Dez Cortez and Emory Law. Welcome to the show. Y'all tuned in now. Hit record. Time to make it real. This that one show, mentally ill. We don't hide, we just chill. We say the kind of things that you feel. Raw talk from the couch to the curb. Every dark thought from the city to the burbs. From panics on Belle Isle, we even picking up calls. We unpack it all, no mask, no filter at all. Dez say, how you been? Low say, man, where I begin. From meds on the sink, tonight you overthink. We drag it to the light, let it blink.
This is mentally ill. Say it out loud till it pop like the steel. We ain't running from the pain, we real. Every scar that you hide, we reveal. This is mentally ill. Talk that truth, let the shame stand still. If your mind feel heavy, just chill. Press play, pull up a chair, we heal.
We talk therapy, thirst traps, breakups, rent. Family that judge how your time gets spent. Label crazy since you was a teen. Now you finally learn what that label mean. We laugh hard, then we low-key cry. Dead air when you search for a while. Trigger in the smell. Story that you tell about that one night that still feel like hell. The same night the Dez went to jail. Every hard truth we credit, we said it from locked doors. So lady all trips, shaking in your skin when the moon just flips.
Lord, what it do, my baby?
This is mentally ill. Say it out loud.
Right, man. Everybody been missing you these last few days. Or the last few weeks, I should say.
This is mentally ill. Talk that truth, let the shame stand still.
Well, I let people know that you was out filming. But why don't you let them know about the whole experience where you was at, all that?
If you ever felt strange
like I was fortunate
in a quiet room, felt your thoughts bloom into certain doom. Let the stories in your headphones prove you ain't the only one stuck in that groove.
Great experience. I got a movie coming up with her too. Oh, work. Yep. Yeah. See, so I mean, she getting
this is mentally ill. Say it out loud till it don't sound ill. We ain't running from the pain, we real. Every scar that you hide, we reveal.
Treated very well, man.
This is mentally ill. Talk that truth, let the shame stand still. If your mind feel heavy, just chill. Press play, pull up a chair, we heal.
What's the name of the film? Man, I don't even But look though, I do that all the time, dog. Like if people asking like, what's the name of your character? I'd be like,
you got it right.
Where my paper? Where my paper? Exactly.
No, but we got somebody special in the building, man.
We do. Theme music is up. Somebody said the theme music is up. Yeah, we do. We definitely we got somebody very, very special. This award-winning actor and model.
Just real dude.
First up out of New York, not kicking it in Cleveland, Ohio. Let's see what you got. Huh?
You got your nose.
Oh yeah. Okay. Risk It All. The Caretaker. Tips.
Oh, you must have been.
She Is Who Without Sin.
She Without Sin. Yep.
Is she?
She Without Sin.
It is.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I thought it said on the box, huh? No.
That's his movie.
Hakeem Sharif.
Yeah.
What it do?
What it do?
What it do, my baby?
My guy out here, you stay out here filming, bro.
I do, man. I do.
And you working? You literally working on something right
I'm
now?
Literally right now, as we speak, working on
That's
something right
what's
now.
up.
Yeah.
That's dope, my brother, man. So how have you been, man?
Just blessed to be in this predicament. Blessed to be here, talking to you guys. And just sharing my story, man. I have a lot to live for now that things are moving in the right direction.
Taking off.
That's good, man.
Sure.
That's good. How many movies have you shot here
Good question.
in particular?
I want to say 15.
Word.
Yeah. So and it's gradually moving up. So yeah, thank you for all the the people that's been rehashing me and allowing me to be back on set with them and work with them. So the love is real.
That's real.
Yeah.
That is dope, man. And they definitely love you, man, because you keep coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it got to be something, right? Yeah, so
How old were you when you left New York?
I was like 15, 13 or something like that. Left New York. Mom's got remarried or whatever, so we started living with the new guy. And I was still into the arts. I was doing plays out there, gospel plays and all of that. And it just jumped off from there. First movie was done in 2008. So
Word.
That's dope, bro. Well, we just gonna dive right into it because this is mentally ill, man. So,
Let's get it.
Just hearing as you were explaining your story, I can just hear.
You can tell.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Little
You know what I
backstory.
mean? There's backstory to these stories, but just even talk to the people right now as far as what happened with your mom moving with a new guy. Explain that situation because it's a lot of
new
people
environment too.
who younger who are having this happen to them right now.
Yeah.
And a lot of them feel a lot of different type of ways. You know what I mean? So just how was that for you?
It was hard, being that my original father was never really in my life,
Okay.
it, making someone else somebody that you look up to as a dad, we never had that bond. And I think with fathers that's trying to be in kids' lives that remarried their mom or whatever, it's always important to try to create a bond with the kids that are not yours, try to create that type of environment to where it's cool for them to come to you if they need to come to you.
Gotcha.
Me, I look at it like just being a friend. I've dated women that had kids and, I love kids. So it's just like I don't have no kids of my own, but I love kids. And it's like I try to rationale with them and ask them what they want out of this situation. I'm dating your mom. How do you feel?
Gotcha.
What do you like out of this? You know what I'm saying? Because I want to be your friend. I'm not trying to be your father. I'm trying to be your friend. I'm trying to be there for you.
Right.
The bond of us, creating that is going to be later, but let's just be friends first, So yeah, it was hard.
So did you dive into the theater after that and into was that like your escape or was you just doing something that you love to do?
I was a class clown, so I just needed something. I needed an outlet. So,
Gotcha.
But no, plays was just always there in my predicament because it was just everybody saw something in me, and they was like, "Well, you need to be in this play," So it was just like, okay, one play after another. Then it started to spark, and it was just more or less like I started to travel with the plays, and then now money's involved, and
Gotcha.
you're getting $50 here, because I was always doing things for free, so.
That started in Cleveland, or you were acting in New York as well?
I did one Broadway play.
Word.
I did Cats.
Who are you in Cats?
Yeah, I didn't really have a big role in that.
Okay.
Man,
Out there scratching?
Still, to be a part of that though.
man, dude,
Dog.
that was serious.
Do you
right
still know
there.
the choreography?
A little bit, man. I came from dancing, pop locking, and all of that. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah.
Man. So yeah, that was big in New York. We wasn't necessarily that big on it, but we used to like watching it from.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
From the New York Cats. So what was the street life in New York? Like, you know what I mean?
Grimy.
What part of New York you from?
Astoria, Queens.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I just recently went back
that's
at a
right.
passing of my cousin.
Queensbridge.
Yeah, word. I was back out there. I was in Harlem.
Okay.
Yeah, I was in Harlem and everything. Had to see the fans, but Yeah, I mean, I ain't dissing my city, but yo, it's dirty out there.
Man,
It's so dirty
that's
out
one
there.
thing about New York, bro, that I don't like.
It's so dirty,
bro.
Oh my God, the piss! Like you know you in New York when you smell the piss infested.
Yeah,
I
and
mean
you see the
everything.
rats, them
Oh
big
my
ass.
God.
I lived
nigga.
in Newark. I lived in Newark, New Jersey
Yeah,
for about
word.
2 years, but I went into the city a lot. So I wasn't never in like the boroughs like that, maybe Harlem.
Yeah, word.
but just even being in Midtown, like Manhattan, it smelled like shit.
No, it does, bro. You get out of a building that somebody may have a multi-million-dollar
Bruh.
estate and then come outside and it just
A high rise, and you
Smell
come
like
down
shit,
to that.
bro.
It's
Yeah.
bugged out though, but like what the funniest thing is people don't smell it that live in New York. They just
Yeah,
think
they
it's
used
just
to it.
everyday
I
smell.
came there.
nose blind.
Right,
Right.
exactly. Kids would definitely tell you, Mom, it smells like piss in here.
No, it wasn't even
Like,
that. It was like just it was normal for just like rats running through the
Rat,
subway.
big ass
They don't
rat.
act.
bro.
They act like it's not even there. I be at
Yeah.
people's houses, roaches everywhere. They just like, "What's up?"
Oh, no.
man, you tripping.
Hell.
What? Hold on. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy out there.
So
Roaches be everywhere.
no,
son.
bro. I did have one homeboy who did have roaches like that, though.
He act like it wasn't in there.
And then I remember once he said that he had got the roaches was gone, bro. And we sitting there and room one coming down the
Exactly.
wall. He come and lean his hand on the wall like, oh, like damn, bro. Like, bro, it was the worst shit ever. Like,
It's crazy.
yeah, I don't know. I thank God I never had that problem, man, because
You had family members that did.
yeah, because once you
all
get
do.
them, bro,
We all
it's
do.
over with.
It's over
Like,
with.
It's over with. Like everything, they everywhere. And
Everywhere.
what was it like mentally? Like how were you? Like was you like playing around a lot with other kids? I mean, you said you were dancing, different things like that.
yeah.
So it wasn't like struggle. It was just hard.
No, man, it was just
tough.
more or less. I was the instigator. I was more of the. I got on everybody's nerves because I just needed an outlet. I now that I look back at it, it was all for the attention.
Gotcha.
I would bother my uncle, my auntie. They would, they would just get so mad at me. I was in Living Color back then was like,
It.
the it, and I was just doing all types of like just comedic things, and then they just say, "Yo, this guy's too
playing.
much."
Yeah.
I was always playing, but I never really had a chance to do anything in New York because it's nobody had a car. In New York, you don't need a car. You got the subway, you got taxis or whatever back then.
Right.
So yeah, everything started in Cleveland, and that's when I was able to grow my roots in the acting world. So
Cleveland,
So
the flat.
What year would you say you started like fully?
fully.
You said 08.
Yeah,
Technically, you
08.
did
So
catch.
08 was the jump off of really me diving into the acting world and saying like, this is really what I want. So the first movie I ever done, it had to be, I'll just put it out there. I think it was Sweet and Low Sweet Chariot. That's still on Tubi to this day. It didn't even hit Tubi until 2016, but it was a movie I did in 08. Movie didn't come out until 2010 as far as like a premiere red carpet. Then back then the DVDs was like really hot, right?
Yeah.
So they was just like passing out the DVDs. We flooded the streets with that, and it was just it went on from there. And then of course Tubi came around, and everybody wanted to put their movie on Tubi, and it really did some justice out there. So yeah, that was my first movie, first gangster role.
First gangster role.
Oh yeah.
And you 20 years in, so like so at this capacity, man, how would you say you handled those ups and downs, like with almost doing this almost 20 years?
Yeah.
Like, because mentally, dealing with a career that has this much unsurety, about like where you gonna be next month, even, it's stressful.
It
Most
is.
people don't understand that aspect of it. They see it looks cool on film, not realizing sometimes you pulling real emotions out of your own situation.
True.
With these characters. So how do you maintain that?
I leave it all on the kitchen floor. Like anything that I've ever went through, I'm putting it into the character and kind of making it believable in the sense of, okay, I went through this, so I know how to play this character. I would know how to, maneuver when she says this or when it's time to do that. Now the killer type of characters,
Right, you can
I ain't
only-
never been a killer, but I've seen it done on TV. Yeah.
You probably know a few. You know
Yeah,
what I
I
mean?
do.
Oh, you've
Yeah.
seen it.
You had that aura around before. You know what I mean?
most
That
definitely.
always helped with that.
Yeah.
That's what's up. See, you were using Utahagen technique, technically using your own experiences.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's crazy how we use different techniques and don't realize it.
Yeah. I mean, because that's the only way that, you know what I mean? Like, that's the only way for us.
Exactly.
And because we've been through it for real. Like, there's no way that you can act as well as you can be what you've already
there's
been.
a part of you in
Like,
every
you know what I mean? Like, if you ain't never had your heart broke, you can't
You can't
just be
relate.
acting like, oh, my heart is broken. No, you got to feel that pain, dog.
Yeah.
And we can just take that pain and transform it, which is something that on a mental aspect, everybody can't do. You got to
Not
understand.
saying.
It's been
No.
people who have taken themselves out because roads have gotten to them mentally, bro.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, for sure. I got one coming up like that. And I got to do some deep sea really diving into this character because he was crazy messed up. But I think this might be the one that's going to really. But see, I just hope it's filmed well, because you get into these projects.
Because you can have a dope project.
and it'd be like, what?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
just really praying that it's done well. But the storyline is crazy. It's nothing like you've ever seen before. So
Dope.
I can't wait for that.
Dope.
Yeah.
One thing that we have in common is we both suffer from depression.
Absolutely.
And depression is a heavy soul, I would say, or spirit, I would say, to have to carry with you. How did you do it and still be able to do what you love as far as your craft? First of all, excuse me, also too, just talk about not necessarily how you got there, around what time that you start understanding that you did have depression or something wasn't right, quote unquote.
Good question. I mean, my depression has been since childhood, man. Like, I've always felt like I was the unwanted kid, you know what I mean? Until my life started turning for the better, and mom's had 3 sons. We all was bad in our own little unique way, but then I started to find my way when I started working and maintaining a job. Then I got my first apartment, and now it was like I'm the son that she always wanted, and she would say it, and it would really be like, it'd be good news to me, but then it would make me feel bad because my other brothers, they see like mom is showing you more favoritism now. So, but depression, I suffered through that through childhood, as far as just me not thinking women like me, or not thinking I was well enough, always getting clowned, for me just being who I was, I hated it, and I used to show it by doing stupid stuff in high school. I tell y'all the truth because I love y'all, right? I used to be in the corners just telling people I was ugly. When we be changing classrooms, just be doing stupid stuff like that. That was
Literally
me.
performing just to
Absolutely, just to get the attention. Oh, you're not ugly. Get out of the corner. My girl, Cicely, she likes you. Talk to him, girl. You know what I'm saying? But it was always out of attention or whatever.
Yeah.
I remember telling girls that, I don't think I want to live no more. Boom. You know what I'm saying? She really thinking I'm not going to do, going to do something.
Yeah.
She calling the cops at my door like, yo, we trying to stop somebody from killing themselves. What's going on here?
Dang.
But it was all for attention though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, a lot of relationships broke me like that, where I wouldn't know what to do, and I'll lash out by saying I'm gonna harm myself. You know what I'm saying? And then,
See, that's a good segue. I was going, if you mind sharing,
please do.
But I see the scars on your hand.
Oh no! Now this is from basketball. I'm just gonna be real with you. Yeah, this is not
I didn't know if that was
self-inflicting
from
wounds
cutting.
here.
Okay.
Yeah, this is me always being fouled at the line or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm ready to play basketball again. You know what I mean? But yeah, this is not self-inflicted at all.
Oh, okay.
I would never harm myself like that. But yeah, me depression-wise, it's just all been from lack of love from my father, maybe.
So you didn't know your father your whole life?
It's so funny, man. I lived right across the street from him before he passed away, and we still didn't have that relationship.
Man,
That
dog, do you
became
know how
over.
many people have told me that before? Like my dad was right around the corner, bro,
You
my
met
whole
him?
life.
You met him?
Yeah, I mean, we had a relationship before his passing, and he found God. So the name Hakeem is a Muslim Arabic name, you know. Right. So we grew up Muslim, and then of course at the age where you're becoming a teenager, they give you option: do you want to stay? Do you want to leave? And I think at the time, the Arabic and the faith, we didn't believe it all like that, because the guy that we went to Cleveland to be with and that my mother was with, he was just really bad. You know, he was a bad, example of what this, religion was. So my mother was always Christian. She just switched over because of him. So we chose to go back to Christianity, and, things started looking on the up and up from there. So I just thought that was the way. And, got baptized, I think, in recently, like in 2000, like after COVID, I believe. Gotcha. That's when I started taking Christianity very, very seriously. And, everything's been looking on the up and up ever since. So
that's dope, man. And going back too, because I remember I was one of them kids who was always doing something in school. Class clown, always in trouble. And as I look at it now, I was just begging for love, begging for attention. But I was also, without understanding it, I was begging to love myself. Because if I would have loved myself the way I do now, like I wouldn't have had those issues. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have had to be the one who was getting in trouble just because they wanted somebody to see him. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't have had to be that person. Like that wouldn't have been important to me if I had the love for myself that I should have had or could have had if it would have been a different situation. What did you feel like as you were going through this? Did you feel like you loved yourself?
I'm glad you asked that, because you said that I found that I started loving myself when I got cheated on by the girl that I thought was going to marry me and we was going to be together forever. She cheated on me with my best friend. Now, mind you, I'm trying to get them two to be cool with each other.
Dang.
And she never wanted me to hang out with him, and he didn't want me to hang out with her because, it's taken away from our time going to the club. So I just asked her, yo, can you just please hook him up with somebody? So, because they never seen each other in person. So she hooked him up with one of her girls. I said, all right, cool, now we can double date. I get the best of both worlds. I got my man and my best friend with me, and I'm with my lady, and we gonna all chill. They see each other for the first time. He like, yo. But he didn't say that. He just, I know in his mind he's saying that. Make the long story short, his girl that he was supposedly be seeing, she called me and said, listen, I think you're a good dude. I know you shouldn't be going through this, but I gotta tell you. She said, your girl just got arrested. And I'm like, why? You know what I'm saying? She got arrested with your boy at the mall doing it in the car. Indecent disposal. Yeah. Got caught. So now I'm bugging out. So I raced to his house because he, I know he's there. He's like, I'm creeping up the steps. I hear them on the phone talking. So I knock on the door. I'm like, yo, why, man? Just why?
For real.
He's like, man, she forced me to do it. I'm like, I don't want to hear none of that. You know what I'm saying? Broke me. So bottom line, She forced me. Right. So boom, I let that ride. And yo, you want to talk about long nights, just going through it, like. I ain't got my road dog with me no more because I can't trust you no more. And then I lost a girl that I really wanted to be in my life. I had to love myself on the simple fact that I didn't know where to turn to. Nobody talked to me about this. I swear to you, it was like God was talking to me in them four walls in my little apartment. He said, listen, forgive both of them. Call them. And I did that. I called each one and I said, listen, I forgive you. And they was trying to, can we get back together? And he was like, yo, can we, be back friends? And I said, no, I forgive you.
Right. Yeah.
And I left it alone. And I felt so good after that.
good.
Man, when I was thinking to myself, like, I'll never be able to play basketball like that, I was playing ball by myself. I was doing things by myself, going to the mall by myself, getting numbers by myself, you know what I'm saying? Because I used to do all this with my man. You know, I didn't need her, and I didn't need him.
So that was a blessing.
And that was the blessing of me starting to love myself.
Yeah.
Like, you know what, I'm somebody, I'm worthy.
Yeah.
I don't need this. You know what I
And
mean?
see, but also too that you had an open mind. Some people would have went through that situation and automatically
Facts.
just went the other way.
Absolutely.
Oh, I'm really not good enough. I'm so bad. You know what I mean,
Yeah.
or whatever. But no, bro, you understood what was going on, and you got your blessing.
Absolutely.
Because it looked like it was catastrophic. It looked like it was this thing that could never be forgiven. And then soon as you chose yourself, because forgiveness is not really for them. Forgiveness is really for you.
Yeah, word.
And you chose yourself, bro, and you forgave them, and you were able to see the light. But not only that, think about who you are to them. Think about how they feeling that you were able to give them forgiveness in a time that they probably believed that they shouldn't get it anyway.
Yeah, for sure.
So you chose love for yourself, bro. And these are the type of stories people need to hear. Because they'll have something like that happen to them, and they're just crawling underneath a rock. Or they'll have people around them who want to bring it up all the time. Or they'll watch some service shows or whatever that piss them off more. Or listen to music that piss them off more. Or go grab some lick.
Yeah.
And
No,
when you
and
grab that lick and get that fire going, then what?
Exactly.
But you chose love, bro.
I did.
And I mean,
Thank you.
truthfully, we can't ignore the fact that you chose discipline. So
Absolutely.
You were obedient to what God told you to do. You could have took it in
In
your
that
own
time,
hand.
right? In that time.
Yeah, you chose to be obedient,
Yeah.
and disciplined, and actually do what He told you to do. So that speaks volumes.
That's huge, bro.
Because you looked at the optimistic side of things versus woe is me. I mean, I know you felt terrible. I'm not downplaying it, you know, but at the same time, it's like when you're able to get to that point or that crossroad of choosing like true faith and kind of looking at the optimistic side, even though it's a shitty situation, you know, like, but being able to look at the green side of things, that's a superpower.
That's a superpower,
Yeah.
bro.
Word.
But if we can look at every single last problem like that, and him understanding what happened didn't happen to him,
It happened for him.
It happened for him. Boom.
That's what I was going to ask. My next question for you was going to be, what's your favorite obstacle that you've gotten through?
Favorite obstacle that I've gotten through.
That tested your
And listen,
mental,
this
your
might even
spiritual?
link in to where the next question I was
Okay.
about to ask him. I think it
you
might.
on that side? Okay.
But go
Okay,
ahead.
so my favorite obstacle.
Like that you look at now and you're thankful because it prepared you for something down the line.
Meeting LeMaster Spratling. Meeting this man. So we're doing a movie out in Cleveland, and I never took a leap of faith of going anywhere. You know, I thought I would be in Cleveland doing movies because the movie scene wasn't picking up like that. It was a movie, and then you wait a year. Movie, wait a year. So
Shout out Lee Master, man.
yeah. Shout out Lee Master, right? So we're doing this movie, and I just had to ask him because I looked at all his work, and I'm like, yo, this is a somebody right here. So I'm like, listen, man, how can I get into what you're doing? I want to be where you're at. He said, man, I'm just gonna be honest with you. Come to Detroit. Detroit is holding this big audition. It's gonna be millions of directors and actors there. You need to go. I shut it down in my mind because I'm like, Detroit? I ain't about to drive out there. My car probably won't make it. At the time, you know, I had my manager, which I have now, and she kind of egged me on to going. So I'm like, I don't know. It's like, it's far, man. So she's like, nah, I'll go with you. Just go. You know what I'm saying? So we went out there, and that right there, the biggest hurdle for me was believing something that I didn't think was going to be there, because when I got there, I did see all the actors and I seen all the directors, and I said, oh man, I got to make a big impression. Now, the room was just like this. Dennis Reed, you got Lisa was in there. You had all the Detroit people in there, right? I didn't know who these people were at first, but now that I know the Detroit atmosphere, now I know they was in that room because I remember now. So I'm in there, and then I do what's written on the paper. I didn't even come in there with the paper. I try to memorize the lines so it'd be like, oh, he can memorize stuff like really quick. So I did that, and then I ad-lib a little bit. And then I stopped because they were so like, nobody was saying that like y'all doing. Y'all just listening to me. And I'm thinking I'm messing up because I did go off the Richter scale and I start ad-libbing. But it was good ad-lib because it kind of meshed with what I was saying. And I stopped. And then, Dennis Reed and Dennis Reed Ray, what the fuck did you do that for? You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? When you're feeling the character, you keep going. All right, thank you. And I thought I messed up, bro. I thought I messed up. He told you thank you. Yeah, he told me thank you after the FU. So it was just like, I go out of there, I'm like, dang, I messed up.
That's a Dennis Reed story.
And that's a Dennis Reed story. But yo, real talk, I got the call from LeMaster. And he said, you did a good job. You're in. We'll be calling you soon.
Word.
And I was like, I cried. I ain't gonna hold you. I definitely shedded a tear because I just felt like that was the breakthrough that I needed because I wasn't getting no work in Cleveland. I wasn't. And I'm still not getting work in Cleveland.
Well, there's not that much work going on.
It's not that much work. And when it is, it's like they're not choosing me. Why? Because they think I'm high price now. They think I'm too good for them.
Oh, yeah.
And it's sad.
No, that's good. That's a good leap of faith and another display of obedience.
Obedience, bro. I mean? Yeah, absolutely, man. And we on such a high note. But I have a lot of people who watch the show who are dealing with parents who have been lost or quote unquote lost, passed away. You've dealt with this before, but not only a parent, a sibling, the same year.
Yeah.
Talk about it, bro, if you want to.
I would be more than happy to. I hide behind my pain so much, y'all. I really do. Like, y'all wouldn't even know it that I'm going through it. You know what I'm saying? So you need stuff like this. I wrote down in my list, my bucket list to do for this year that I wanted to do 3 interviews, and this is the first one. So shout out to y'all for letting me do this. But like, I can't even tell you when I break down every now and then, but I ain't fully broke down and just really just let it all out. You know what I mean? Like, gotcha. I had a funeral, like I said, I had just went to recently because my cousin passed away. And I broke down there just seeing, the family breakdown, of course, and just knowing like I lost 3 people in a matter of like almost 2 years, this year. And then last year I lost my brother and my mom's. And I just feel like so alone. And I don't even know how I'm doing it. I got to be honest with y'all, man. I'm floating because I could really be lost in the fact that I could lose my job tomorrow for whatever reason. Maybe not knowing that somebody was watching me stay in my car 15 minutes, too much. Like I was in my car like maybe 20 minutes and somebody noticed that, hey, we got to fire you because you're not, coming back on time.
This is your day job you're talking about?
Yeah, this is my day job. I could just lose my job for nothing. I could, lose my house. I could lose my car. And where would I be? You know what I'm saying? You don't have that mother guidance no more, that father guidance. I don't have nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm relying on God getting me through each and every day when I wake up. It feels normal, like they're still here, but they're really not. I don't have nobody giving me that, that word of advice or that you need to push through. My moms can't watch my movies no more and support me or give me a rating of the movie. I don't think that was a 6. I think you need to get better at that. You know what I'm saying? I don't have that no more. So it's just me just basing life off of just believing in myself and believing that this could be different had it had I not went the way that I had went. But yeah, it's hard though. Like I think about them all the time, especially my mom's. You know what I'm saying? Like just her not being here just hurts so bad.
When did she pass away?
She passed away April 19th of last year, and I was supposed to go with her. I was supposed to get her some food. She asked me, the last thing I talked to her about was me coming to see her and bring her something to eat. And that was the last thing I heard from her. And then I got a call from the hospital that she was at that she had fell. And I haven't sued the hospital, but I believe she probably would have been saved if they didn't come into that room and, you know, see what was wrong, because she was on the ground for a minute, they said. So I don't know. But yeah, hearing that broke me. And hearing her sister cry the way she did broke me even more, because they were close. And she just lost her son. So, you know, yeah. And then losing my brother, that was crazy too, because, you know, we weren't close, but he was an inspiration to the thugness of all the characters that I do, because he was so thug. Like, he was just, he didn't care about nothing. You know, when I was around him, I thought I was tough. Like, when he come around,
Right.
you couldn't tell me nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm out there just, you know, you say something. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I got him. He just don't care about life. He like he'll do jail time. You know, over, you know, saving somebody else, because he's done that before. So yeah.
So
It's both of them.
you have any like coping mechanisms? Like, I mean, I some people, like Dez mentioned earlier, like they go to certain vices, stuff like that. I know you said that you kind of let it bottle up every now and again. You would release a little bit, but like what you think you rely on?
I actually went to therapy with the church. So the church, you know, they have people that reach out to you, and, you know, I go to Men's Monday at my church or whatever, and it's just an outlet for people to just, you know, vent and just get it all out. And then, of course, you know, they have the brothers reach out to you, and they just let you talk like y'all doing for me. You know what I'm saying? This is therapy right now. You know, me talking about that, you know, me reliving that, what I was feeling at the time. It's all therapy to get it out and to not bottle it in. You know what I'm saying?
Well, not only bottle it up, man. Like, me and you already talked about this, Dez, but as far as, you got to acknowledge the shit. Like, we were taught to ignore a lot.
Everything.
And it just snowballed and crushed us. You know what I mean? But it's like, once I realized and learned, you know, that you got to acknowledge and accept it, and that's where the healing starts. Because then you start to recognize what triggers come your way. You know, like, it could be a sad story in a movie about your relationship with your mom in the movie, and it can trigger you. You know what I mean? You're not knowing where it comes from. So that's why I was asking, like, what do you lean on? But I mean, it sounds like you get a good release in that program that you in, like with the church and everything.
Yeah. Just letting it out.
You know what, bro? I don't want to, like, and this is not like going towards any religion or whatever, but I want you to really meditate on your mom speaking to you. Like, I can't even really dabble into it, 'cause I don't want to like scare you off, or I don't want to, you know what I mean? But I really want you to think as if your mom was here. Just do this for me, okay?
Okay.
When you by yourself, when you watching your movie, when you're doing something, talk as if she's there. Now, you don't got to do this every day. You can just, even if you only do it once.
Right.
I want to tell you, you're going to be surprised at how much your mother is with you, bro. You're going to be surprised. And it might even scare you at first. But ain't nothing to be scared of. But you, bro, man.
You must be feeling something speak to you right now as you deliver that.
Nigga feeling it, bro. Nigga, your mom is all in this room, dog. To the point where, bro, I don't know your mom, but she powerful, my nigga.
Thank you.
She's happy that you here. and just try it, bro. Okay. All your regular prayers, all those are getting heard for sure. But just try that, because I think you're gonna be surprised at how much she's with you and present in your decisions and your life, bro.
That's probably where that discipline comes from. Yeah, that's probably where that discipline comes from. That obedience. Yeah.
No, bro, listen. When
that's probably where that obedience.
Listen, bro. As soon as I start talking about, man, and I'm gonna go watch the tape back so I can see when it hit me, because
that's why I said
nigga.
Something hit you, because the way you stop and
start shaking. I'm like, bro, like I don't, you
don't joke around. Yeah, I that's how I knew.
But when I tell you, bro, the happiness that she has for you,
because you're doing what you said you would.
My God.
Yeah. That's what it's all about.
I can't wait for you to feel it, my dog.
You're doing exactly what
like for real, like look, I can't wait for you to feel it. And when you do, you ain't gonna even say nothing to me, dog. Next time you see me, you just gonna be like, dog. And this is gonna be it, bro.
Yeah.
And you're gonna feel so much better, period.
Yeah, for
That's
sure.
What's up?
For sure.
So that means you're going in the right direction.
Bro, absolutely, dog. It's sometimes people will leave this place just to be more spiritually in somebody else's life, dog, believe it or not. They can do a lot more there than they can here. They can be a lot more with you there than they can here. And when I tell you, my dog, listen, when you feel that, the way you felt with your brother, how you was invincible, watch how you gonna feel after that hit you, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
You gonna feel a crown literally on your head daily, my nigga.
Thank you.
It's about to be an anniversary of that too. Will you be here on the anniversary?
Just an anniversary here?
You said 4/19, right?
Oh no. I would definitely still be here. No, I do apologize. I'll probably be coming to here because I'll be leaving. I'm doing something with True Light, the brothers out there in New Jersey.
Oh, okay.
So I'll be doing something with them and coming back from New Jersey to Cleveland to do something with Janaea Black.
He was on Jim Jones' head at one point.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
He was on Jim Jones' head.
Yeah. I didn't even know he had beef like that.
Yeah, they had some type of beef.
Yeah, for sure.
That's hilarious. Yeah, dope, man. But no, that is dope, man. And
she probably walking with you into these different circles,
bro. Everywhere, bro. Yeah. Literally everywhere. And when you tap, dog, bro.
Yeah, because every time I see him, upbeat. You know what I mean? You wouldn't be able to tell. You wouldn't be able to tell nothing going on. I admire that type of activity because I'm crazy. Like, I know I'll be looking off sometimes, especially when I'm going through it. So it's like to see somebody that can move, be productive, and still kind of navigate, man. Yeah, I take notes.
That shit just gonna be a past thought for you. All you gonna be doing is talking about how bad you felt and showing other people how to feel better. Shit about to be a past thought, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Sharing that journey,
for sure. Because that's why you here. Because I see this in your future. I see you sharing your journey.
Yeah.
I see you helping people make the decisions that you made to get you where you are. Because they weren't easy, bro.
Yeah.
So I hope you think about that at some point. You know what I mean? Like during your days, bro, because we don't do that enough. Like we don't.
Nah, that's deep.
We don't look at ourselves as making positive decisions and think. You know what I mean? Like I remember in L.A. they used to be on my head because I didn't celebrate every single last win. They be like, "So what you do?" I was like, "I just did it." They were like, "Man, boy, if you don't go throw a party for yourself, if you don't do this, you don't do that, you celebrate every win." All we do is focus on every single last failure and we let it put us in this box and we think, how could I do this better? How could I do this? No, dog, we need to spend our time celebrating our wins. So you winning, bro. You made some great decisions.
Thank you.
Celebrate them, dog.
That's what this show is about, man.
Yeah.
This is therapy. It's therapy.
Hell yeah.
You feel it now?
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
True therapy, bro. Yeah, like it because it has to be more powerful than just venting. Like we all know sitting here, even miles over here.
Yeah, with the one that playing on the phone?
Yeah.
Okay.
All of us know that we know talking to people ain't really gonna go nowhere because don't nobody give a fuck, you know. So it's you gotta watch who you vent to. That's why I only talk to God now. But it's this type of environment and also the gym. That's my therapy session.
Word.
Bro.
It shows in your movies. Like, you know, I think I had posted something that you had did recently. You laying there with one arm crossed. I'm saying, what we doing? What we doing?
I saw your post.
I saw you post that shit with a disclaimer, bro. I'm like, listen, I do not usually repost dudes with their shirt off, but this my bro, and this movie good.
But look, we all had to represent. We had to rep. You know what I'm saying? That's
You
my
want to know
dog.
something interesting about that project? Shout out to Stoney too.
Stoney.
Nunu, all of them. Kennedy, yeah, bruh. What's interesting about that project is I had gone through that last binge with alcohol, coming down off all of that, mentally gathering myself, really like dissecting what was triggering me, what was I trying to escape. So I started to uncover a lot of trauma from childhood. Then you bring on Stoney, who was like, I need you for this film. And this is right after I had backed out of a film with Rocky and them, right? The Wedding Planner.
You was supposed to be in there?
So
So they got LeMaster for that?
my man.
I did.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You were Denise's husband.
In the
Oh,
movie.
okay.
Yeah.
So I had to mentally, because I'm like, I'm gonna go on this set. I'm probably gonna be giving 10%. They're gonna be looking at me like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dog? Like, you shortchanged.
And that really wasn't no 10% movie. You could have did on that.
No. After I looked at the script, I was like, I can't do this to my people. You know what I mean? But overall, seeing Stoney double back after that, like, hey, I need you for this, and then to see what the script uncovered, bruh, man, that script spoke to what I was dealing with in life. So it's like that was therapy in itself. Like, I'll just say this: there's a moment in the movie where I'm in the mirror after an exhausting moment. I'm saying my affirmations like I do with my son. Like, so it was like a full circle moment, and it was one of the moments how you felt after meeting Lee Master coming to Detroit. And I kind of sat there and just laughed. Like, I know I done pissed some people off, but I had to go through that.
That's just the past too, bro.
Exactly.
They need to be, it doesn't happen to you. It happens
for you.
Yeah, have them.
Like,
they can think about that, bro. You good.
But the thing is, most people don't look at you and think, damn, Dez, Hakeem, they might be going through something. Nah. They looking at you like, why that nigga mad?
Right.
Like, if they get mad and pay attention to that versus really trying to sit down and ask, hey man, how you doing? Nobody does that.
Because they don't expect us to have real feelings. Because
Exactly.
we put our feelings out there and we get paid for them.
And be vulnerable.
So people don't accept this. You know what I mean? It's just like a lawyer. Like,
He's
people,
being dramatic again.
And you like, dude, they're like, he's a lawyer. He's lying.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
He's
they
an
just
actor.
take away.
He's being
He's
dramatic.
an actor. Oh, here you go, acting again. You can't even have a conversation.
I get
Here you
that
go.
all the time.
Here you go
And
again.
that's
What
what-
role is this? This ain't no movie this time. You're right. You can't even
That's
really
why I
have a
fuck
real
with Stoney.
conversation with
Stoney
people.
literally was like, hey nigga, I need you for this.
But bro, but that's how I see your soul right now. Compared to how we was, I see your soul laid back, dog. With your hand on your head, dog. with that quirky ass smile on your face, like, bitch, you thought I wasn't gonna do it?
Oh, nigga, that bounce back a
you thought I
motherfucker.
wasn't gonna do?
I'll be
Like
telling
what?
people that
Like
bounce
what?
back a
You
motherfucker.
thought I wasn't gonna
What's
bounce
happening?
back? No, that's how you look. Like, what you thought I wasn't gonna bounce back?
I love that shit because I'm like, I'm getting better. I get better every time. You know what I mean? But again, I'm proud that since that moment, like I said, I identified several traumas, triggers, and that's the stuff that I'm healing from. So what you see now is just an example of me discovering different things that I couldn't figure out. So I would just binge drink. So it's like I go 2 weeks just drinking a fifth a day, you know, just to block out whatever feelings I was having. Now, as you face it, you facing that shit head on, and it's like, all right, cool. This is happening because of this.
Yeah, because it is.
Because when I get to this point, I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to be able to endure certain, you know what I mean?
for real.
So
No,
looking
for
at
sure,
the actual
bro.
positive side.
It's
of things,
all
yeah.
itty bitty little thing to build
Say
up to
some
where
shit.
you gonna be.
Say something.
That nigga need to say why it still say Sundays at 8 o'clock.
I know he
Look
wanna
at the
say
sound, man.
something. the
How you
nigga
gonna
said-
put the sign up there, bro? Sundays at 8 o'clock, and we at 7 o'clock doing the show right now. We right now doing the show at 7 o'clock, and you gonna put on the
didn't even
thing
peep that.
Sundays at 8 o'clock.
I'm mentally ill.
He said he gonna lean on the whole mantra of the show. God damn it,
Bro.
dog.
Dog, ain't you the one who said do it? Like you.
Got one job, dog.
We changed. You ain't gonna, you know what? Step my business. I know, seriously. I'm
Oh, y'all ain't even heard the voice in the darkness all day, huh? Dang, man.
leave it up to y'all because I be carrying the show, and I don't want to take away.
You be carrying it to hell. That's what you carrying it to.
Oh damn, my mic wasn't even on.
Good.
See, exactly.
Good.
God didn't even want to hear you.
God
Hey, we ain't want to hear that shit.
You, dog.
But no one gonna say nothing about you, man.
No, you sat back like you wanted to grin.
No, I mean, because I'm used to. I used to drink a fifth of whiskey every single day. Every single day. And,
What? Okay.
and
So now we
pop
get
my 3 or
somewhere.
4 times. No, you know what I mean?
No, now we getting somewhere. Why you think you would? What were you trying to escape?
Die.
I know that.
I didn't want.
I had the same. I didn't care about life
I
anymore.
didn't want to live no more. Because I've done everything. By the time I was 40, I done what most people wish, from TV to radio, music, hit records. So I feel like a lot of times I feel like did I reach my pinnacle? You know.
So
what I
you
mean?
feel like you didn't have any more purpose left?
I mean, not purpose. I didn't even look at purpose. That's why purpose is my favorite word now. I didn't look at purpose. I didn't. A lot of stuff that I believe now, I didn't believe 15 years ago. Because purpose is like, okay, your purpose. What's your purpose? People talk about purpose. No, fuck that. I mean, I've done it already. You know what I mean? When people be, man, you want to go on a cruise? Like, I did.
Maybe you done. Maybe you. Had, so you pretty much had did what you wanted. You didn't know what your bigger purpose was.
Right, I didn't. I didn't know what God had set me up. I just knew I loved God, but every time I done something, I'm like, okay, is this it for me? Cause
I ain't know that.
Because the people around me never topped what I done. So I'm thinking like, okay, is this it? If that's the case, I'm ready to go. And the day I decided I wanted to die, like, God, take me in my, please, just take me in my sleep. You know what I mean? Because I don't want.
Fuck.
No, bro. You know, like, and I've heard people say,
I've been there. That's what I'm saying.
I've never been there. Like, I wanted to kill people, but I've never been to the point where I was like,
I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh.
no, for real. But I never been to the point where I wanted to, you know what I mean? Like, felt like I shouldn't be here. You know what I mean? So when people say that, like, that shit touches my heart on another level because it's another level to this shit.
Oh, nothing. I didn't care about shit.
See, that's what I'm
Especially
saying,
going into
bro.
the wedding planner, I'm like,
I had a
fuck
12
is
gauge
this nigga
shotgun
now?
in my mouth when I was 17.
I had a Glock 19 in my head.
Right,
Yeah, so I know.
My toe was on the trigger and everything. And I said, God, this is the reason for
Man, if you would have killed yourself with your toe, I would have came and dug you up, bro, and say, you're going to have to do it another way. With your toe? With your
I
toe?
mean, I had a 12 gauge.
No, I know what you mean, bro.
12 gauge Mossberg, and I said, God, it was a reason for me to live. Let me know. My boys are banging on my bedroom door, like, nigga, did you come out and play ball or what? I was like,
Oh.
I dropped the gun. I was like, I'm straight. You know what I mean? I started crying. Then next thing you know, I have video games in my house, like real life video games. And so I moved Miss Pac-Man from front of my door, my bedroom door. And
Oh, you had the big arcade style
yeah,
games.
I had like 7 of them.
That's dope.
It is,
Man, see,
But that's how it goes.
I didn't even know that. Though.
Oh yeah.
But that's
I
how
had
it
no
goes.
idea.
And a lot of
Then he
times,
gave me a
Spirit,
baby girl. That's
But-
the phone call gave me a baby girl when I was 40, saying that you got a baby on the way. I'm like, huh? And that's what saved my life.
Your new reason.
She saved my life.
Yeah, new reason.
That's what's up.
a lot of times Spirit wants us, and also too, like when I was growing up, and like you didn't want to like bug the pastor. You know what I mean? Like if you ever did come to the pastor, it had to been something amazing. You know what I mean? And you was always told to like not challenge God or whatever. You know what I mean? Like don't necessarily ask him for these type of different things. But as I see it now, Spirit be asking you to tell them to give you signs. You know what I mean? Like I was thinking it would be like, no, you know what I mean? Like you don't do that. If they give you a sign, then that's what it's supposed to be. But no, man, Spirit really wants you to say, as he said, give me a sign right now saying that this ain't what I should do. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
It's going to happen like that all the time, dog.
Direct, yeah. Well, you can't
I've heard
ignore it.
story after story after story after story of that, dog. We got to start opening our mouth. We got to start communicating, period, with everything. We've been taught not to, dog.
Yeah.
I could never share what was going on with me for real around my friends or around no, bro, hell no. Not around the homies, not around the OGs, not around none of that shit. And then I didn't want to get in trouble, so I couldn't share it with my mom, you know what I mean? You were just taught to have this in you and hold it and deal with life.
That's what I was going to ask you, Hakeem, dog. So my father, he was a couple miles from me, but I didn't know him like that. He definitely chose not to be around. Sound like your father did as well. But
yeah. He was looking for one of us to come to him, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but as you got older
and y'all was the kids
and realized he just chose not to, how did that affect you? Like outside of, I know that added or, put steam behind like you wanting attention in different ways, but when did he pass?
About 5 years ago. Yeah.
Okay. Did you feel anything when he passed?
I didn't, man.
I see.
My
father landed in a nursing home. I'm like, fuck you.
But see,
like,
bro,
you ain't do well with your kids.
I don't believe in them titles like that, bro. Like people be like, nah, you gotta feel this way about somebody because they this person.
Well, I'm not saying that.
No, I'm just saying, but internal people be,
human nature.
You know what I mean? That's like, bro. I don't know, dude. You know what I mean, or something like that. Like I understand those type of feelings, but people are like, but that was your father. Like
this nigga lived across the street.
Right, nigga, that's
another level.
Bro. Yeah,
my father was a couple. This motherfucker knew my father. We talk about this all the time. He used to be in the club with my pop.
Bro, I couldn't believe that I hung with this dude, dad, bro. So chasing skirts, nigga, like this nigga. He was chasing skirts and when he said that was his daddy, bro, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. Like, first of all, what's the chances? I don't hang with nobody that damn age anyway, so he don't even be around us at that time. And then for it to be, out of all the people in the world, for it to be his pops, but also too, bro, if you would have been in his life, I think
he would have fucked something up.
No, but also too, he would have understood how far back he was. You was more mature than that nigga in like 14, 15 years old.
Yeah. And so I'm sure the same goes for you. Was he a womanizer?
Yes.
See?
You love the ladies, he was funny too, man. Like, I probably get a lot of my humor from him. He was very funny.
But do you think mentally, subconsciously, you were still trying to be like your dad? Even
all the time. I even got his laugh. I inherited his laugh, you know what I'm saying? So
that shit, that people don't realize how many layers it is with that, man. And it's like, even who you look like, your mother or your father?
I probably look like my father. Yeah, word.
So you pretty much I'm
a split image, and he treated me a lot better than my other brother, and they had quarrel beef because he wasn't in neither one of our lives, and he kept it that way. Me, I wanted to love him just based off the fact that I see you trying, so I tried to get that.
Try to give him some love.
That's grace.
I came over there, more than he would come over my house, but I came over there just to be around him, be in his, subconscious, and he was a pastor. He had his own little church. So yeah, he was trying to.
Hold up.
Yeah. He is a pastor, had his own church, man.
And lived across the street?
Lived across the street,
the plot thickens, bro.
Yeah.
Man, dog. How did we gonna have to have a part two.
We have to because that interferes with your faith as well.
Bro,
I'm sure.
And then, not to mention, you in a Christian church, and your name is Hakeem Sharif.
He had the same name too.
Nah, his name is Hassan Omar Hassan Sharif, basically. Yeah.
So you got his last name.
Yeah.
But like to be that's so layered, dog. That's so layered.
I mean, is it really because, especially you talking about the distance? Like when I was at my father's funeral, my sister hugged me, think I'm crying because daddy, right? I'm crying because me and this nigga share the same name, and every damn time they talking about Miles was a good man.
You always got jokes.
But you said one man chased you away from one religion or whatever, right? Because he just wasn't a good man or whatever. Yeah. Then your dad was a Christian pastor?
Yeah.
Your dad was a Christian pastor,
and
so you go to Christianity and you see this happening.
Yeah.
And he's a pastor, and I bet you everybody praising him and doing Does that interfere with your faith? Do you now say, man, what it like, you know?
You know, because I didn't really grow up with him, you know, and then like him finding God like how he did because he married a Christian woman and that changed his life. He needed that. Yeah, I know he needed that because he was going to still be out here just ripping, running the streets. So when he met that woman, because he had told me the story on how he became more into faith, he met the Christian woman and that kind of changed him and everything. But it didn't really affect me on how I view God and my beliefs because I was already on that path before he met God.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? So whatever he was going through, how he was going through it, you know what I'm saying? I sympathize with him, but you know, I didn't shed that tear. I was trying to, but it didn't hit me like it hit my mom's. And that's only because the distance, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah. Dang, bro, man. That's man, we've been unlocking a lot of different things. Yeah, my dog. Congrats to you, man.
My God.
Overcoming tons of speed bumps.
Absolutely.
Is that the show? Because I wanted to ask y'all, like, you know, about y'all movies.
Dog,
It's about you, bro.
No, it's definitely about you. That's what I said. We're gonna have to have a part two. You know what I mean? Because
wanted to ask y'all.
no, it was just so much that we had to talk about, so much that we had to get through, and like I said, we unlocked even more things than we could do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But my brother, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for you being here.
Thank you.
Therapy. Good therapy, brothers.
Yes, therapy.
Absolutely, man. Sharing everything, man. Walking in your light.
Now we see each other a lot, so we have to hold each other accountable.
Absolutely.
Ask me, and I'm gonna do the same for y'all. Like, hey, how you really feeling today? You know, you good?
Gotcha.
And if you need a moment for me to, you know, talk, to, you know, let me listen. I'm a good listener. You know what I'm
Also,
saying?
too, as brothers, you can come to me and say, "Hey, let's chat too." You know what I mean? Like,
you got a minute?
Yeah. Hey, bro, you got a minute or something like that, bro? Yeah. Like, I want us to be able to break away and be able to talk about these different things because that's what's really keeping our heads above water. Because we understand exactly what's going on and we there to help each other.
Facts.
You know, I don't ever want you to feel like you're alone, my brother.
I won't be now that I got you on,
Not
man.
no more, bro. And you are, and you just a few miles away. Like,
That's
you know
it.
what I mean? Like, you just right across the river, man.
That's it.
You know what I mean? So don't ever think you ever lonely, bro.
My God.
You hear me?
Yeah, dog.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Huge blessing. Bro, you got anything you want to leave the people with?
Man. Hey, be you. That's it.
Hey, as I always say, man, all that is a giant, beautiful puzzle, man, and you are your authentic piece. You cannot fit in any other spot. And if you do not fit into your spot, all that is cannot be all that is.
Amen.
I love y'all, man. I'll see y'all next Sunday.
Yes, sir.